Guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing an EIK WM France deck, G4567 game with Lumen, Jerry Blur, and Mercator. Alright. Looking at this first pile, Raiding Maniac is quite good. Oh, we got some good cards here. Cat Lover, Chief, 24601, Chief's Daughter. It's pretty difficult for me not to take Chief's Daughter here, considering the very likely that Chief will come out, and then Chief's Daughter is going to be a free 3-point action, 3 points without having to use a single action. It's going to be pretty hard for me not to take Chief's Daughter here. However, if I take Chief's Daughter and Chief wheels, that's going to hurt. But let's say I take Chief's Daughter. Probably Chief gets taken, Raiding Maniac, and Cat Lover, and then I'm choosing between Politician 24601 and Animal Dealer. And a card like 24601 could be pretty good. Or Politician or Animal Dealer. Any of those would be quite solid. Unfortunately, I'm passing good cards around, but these two cards being in the same pack, it just makes Chief's Daughter a slam dunk. Getting 3 points without using an action is amazing. It's really like, Chief's Daughter is really like a 4-point card, because just as long as I get to a stone house, I get to use the action I would use to play Chief's Daughter on something else. Alright. Buffalo Herder. Next time you use... Hey, Ralocran. Next time you use day labor, receive a cattle, convert cattle into food, get an extra 2 food and a reed. While there is an interaction with Cattle Rancher here, am I going to see both cards? I do think Organized Handyman is pretty good. The problem with me taking Buffalo Herder here is that I'm not guaranteed to get Cattle Rancher back. Although that will be a lot of food from one space. Organized Handyman's pretty good, but this is the best 2-card combo in the pile by a large amount, so let's take the Buffalo Herder here, because Buffalo Herder is the card that gets you the reed from cattle and the extra food from cattle, whereas Cattle Rancher, not quite as impressive. It's fine, but requires more work. Yeah, I think Bear Trainer is okay. This lets you build the stable at no cost when you take traveling players. Honor Student. Pile from bottom to top, stone, vegetable, wood, grain, sheep, clay. Get the top marker after you play an occupation. Okay. So what do you get? Stone, vegetable, wood, grain, sheep, clay. Getting grain and vegetable ends up being pretty good, probably. So, yeah, obviously it requires work. It requires you to play out your hand of occupations, but, I mean, even if I wheel a card like Raiding Maniac, Honor Student would look pretty good. There's nothing else that's that exciting here. Good Friend's okay. I mean, Mastermind. Mastermind's an option. Try to pick up more bonus point cards, especially minors. But Honor Student looks pretty good here. Actually, maybe the pick should be Mastermind, because if we get the right minors, Mastermind plus Chief's Daughter could just be a really silly amount of stuff. Lumen's asking if Raiding Maniac you can place. How does Raiding Maniac interact with Handyman? I'm gonna take Mastermind here. I never take Mastermind. I'm gonna take Mastermind. I already have Chief's Daughter. Okay. Place a card on round space. Burger Flipper, another way to get cattle. Actually, Burger Flipper could be an okay option here. Gets me a ton of food from the traveling players in daily and other spaces. You know what? I kind of like Manufacturer here. Manufacturer with Mastermind. I want to build the guilds. So Manufacturer letting me build the guilds looks pretty good here. Yeah. Wow, we wield... Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Chief wheeled here? Oh man. I'm going to take 24601 and let someone else play Chief. I really want that Chief's Daughter to come out for free. Oh man. Yeah, 24601 looks great here. I want someone else to play Chief. I want to play 24601 in round 14 for 3 points. Or play it in round 13 for 5 points. Yeah, so the plan for this game is a low uh, a low like a pretty farm. Not a pretty farm, a low point farm, but then just a whole ton of bonus points. Try to build all 3 guilds. Try to have like a 6 or 7 point mastermind is my goal. Sucks I had to pass Chief there. I can't believe Chief didn't get taken already. So what got taken over Chief? Was it Animal Dealer? Animal Dealer was still in the pack? Or Animal Dealer was not in the pack, so someone took Animal Dealer ahead of Chief and 24601. I mean, there are definitely cases in which you would want to do that. You know, if you had maybe get a wood whenever you eat a cattle or a boar. Let's look up the text. I can look up the text of woman's question. So Rating Maniac. So Rating Maniac is this. I know the text on Rating Maniac. So the real question is Organized Handyman. Organized with an S. Whoops. One minor improvement from your hand, face down on each space for round 9, 11, 13 at the start of these rounds. Okay, I guess we've never established that you can I don't know if we've ever established that you can't legally place an improvement on a space that's already revealed. I guess that's the... Okay, here we go. I actually asked this question. Looks like I asked that question in 2016 and Zlorfix said it was okay. Okay, award winner is not particularly good. Cattle rancher interacts with my buffalo herder, so we'll take that. Award winner's got the bonus point, but it's pretty weak. So uh, don't really want any of these cards. None of these are getting played. I guess I might play merchant to get my manufacturer improvements out. Doesn't seem like I'll be breeding sheep for Ram Wrangler. Oh man, Ashbringer, 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 Ashbringer. Okay. Well, I mean, I've got the day labor combo here with my cattle rancher and buffalo herder. So Ashbringer gives me a really excellent reason to build an oven. And of course, I get 3 wood every time I do that. However, Clogs is like the perfect card here for this game. It's a 3-point card for 1 wood, which is amazing. Presuming I get up to a stone house. Which, if I don't, there's a big problem here. Yeah, I don't like passing Ashbringer around. But Clogs is you know what? I might not have time to build an oven if I'm manufacturing stuff, so I'm not gonna take it. As good as it is, I'm surprised Clay Deposit doesn't have the bonus point symbol on the bottom, since it gives bonus points. So Crystal Ball, I haven't seen all that. I guess I just passed Muddy Waters. Yeah, I did just pass Muddy Waters. So Crystal Ball might be quite good. Gimlet's okay. You know what? Gimlet is going to be pretty great for the people I passed. I passed Cat Lover and I passed Chief. If assuming Lumen, although I don't think Lumen took Cat Lover, Lumen took Writing Maniac. So Jerry Blur's the one with Cat Lover probably. So Cat Lover got taken by Jerry Blur, and then Animal Dealer by Mercator, I think. So I don't really want to pass Gimlet to those players. But maybe I can give Lumen that same option, because this hand, I don't think this hand is all that good for Lumen. So I think I could take Crystal Ball. Crystal Ball has been pretty impressive every time I've seen it. Oh. Oh, you're saying the clay deposit points in the middle count for Mastermind? Oh, crap. I definitely would have taken that. Well, hopefully clay deposits wheels. Oh, darn. Um, yeah. Well, Bronze Oven is a way to trigger Ashbringer, which, if you have Ashbringer, you're looking for ways to trigger it. Clay Supports looks pretty great here. As much as I want to take Paintbrush, Clay Supports is a reason to skip out on a wood room and exclusively build clay rooms, and while I'm doing so, manufacture guilds. So Clay Supports looks pretty perfect here. Yeah, you know what? You're right. And you know what? That conversation has even been had. That conversation has totally been had. Whoops. It's great seeing the old names on here. Um, I have no idea. Yeah, a clay deposit might work. I'm honestly not sure. Okay, cookies looks pretty good here. Cookies is a free point. Actually, corral, you know what? I could play corral in this game. Because with buffalo herder, I could set up a breeding pair of cattle. And I've not really seen any sources of grain, good sources of grain. I think I'll take corral here. Yeah. The being able to plow a field beside my house and then keep a breeding pair of animals on it seems okay. Scroll up. Was my answer on there? Sorry, I didn't see. I don't know if clay deposits counts or whatever. You know what? There's actually a forum where there's definitely a thread in the forum if I look it up. Mastermind and sawmill. Mastermind. Oh, here we go. Deposit. There we go. Here's our answer. Mastermind doesn't specify where on the card the bonus symbol should appear, and both those miners are in the spirit of the card. They would have it on the bottom if they didn't already have it in the middle. Should not count. Card doesn't give VP, but rather lets you take an action that does. Only if it has the symbol. So it seems like they said it's got the symbol, so that's what you're looking for. Where did they end up? Cooking symbols and baking symbols. I'm not sure. Okay. Renovation materials guarantees my reno, which is nice. Although usually with clay deposits you want the reno action anyways. Town hall's too expensive if I'm going to build clay rooms. I guess I could take heat wave. It's a stone for a major improvement, which is okay. And then looks like we got clay deposit back. Perfect. Food bank. Yeah, food bank looks pretty good here. I actually think food bank's pretty good. I'm surprised. I think people undervalue it. I think food bank's pretty good. I think if I mark the 3 wood space, or if I mark the cheap occupation space, it's going to do a lot of work. So I know that there's a player out there who's got the card where you want to place 7 occupations to get all the goods. Yeah, so clay deposit is pretty playable in this game because of clay supports. I'm okay with putting a bunch of clay in the game because I'm going to use it all. So I definitely want to be doing something like getting good 3 reed. If 3 reeds ever available, 3 reed is fantastic for clay supports. Same with taking multiple wood. Alright, so we start in 4th, or sorry, in 3rd. So 3rd's a pretty good, so it's fine. I can 3 wood, or I can expensive ock. I'd be okay with either. You know what, 3 wood into, I guess I can't 3 wood into start player food bank. Because I need to have an occupation in play for food bank. I guess with food bank you really need a 4 wood occupation to get it out in round 1. First action, Reedstone Food. Reedstone Food's a great move. Definitely cannot complain about getting Reedstone Food. Corral doesn't have to come out in the early game. I can maybe not even play my cattle actions. Like maybe I never build a cooking hearth or a fireplace, so then I'm never actually going to be able to eat the cattle. In which case, there's not really any point in playing Buffalo Herder. Lumen, round 1, 2 clay. So I wonder if Lumen took a 2 clay oven and is trying to set up his Ashbringer as soon as possible. We might be seeing something like that. Otherwise, he might have taken Cat Lover and wants to protect the first sheep grab. Ooh, Bear Trainer plus Magician. Interesting combo here for Jerry Blair. Two wood. Reedstone Food into 2 wood is a totally fine start for me. I guess I want to get Crystal Ball out. There weren't a lot of cards that triggered Crystal Ball, but there were some. There were some. So I get cheap occupation here. I don't really want to read after Reedstone Food. I can get the read later. So let's go ahead and play. I mean, getting Mastermind out of the way now is probably a good idea. And then I can second action start player food bank and mark the I guess it's a little early to mark the cheap occupation space. Probably marking 3 wood is better. Yeah, the thing is I like the 3 wood space. Also, I don't want to make it more likely that someone will be able to start player into 6 wood, which Food Bank maybe does. So maybe I could just mark the cheap occupation space. The thing is, we know Writing Maniac's out there, so yeah, Writing Maniac's not going to use Yuck space a lot. Maybe I could mark Reedstone Food. I mean, 3 wood is used more than Reedstone Food. And you know what? In this game, maybe I don't care about 3 wood quite so much because of Corral and Clay supports. They do cost wood, but Corral is an alternative to fencing. Oh, I get expensive Auk here, so rather than playing either of those, I think I'm going to play an Auk. Although, I don't really have anything that I need to play right now. Yeah, all my cards are like pretty late game cards. I think I like getting Food Bank out here. Let's start collecting. Food, and mark. I'll mark the 3 wood space. Yeah, 3 wood space pretty much gets picked every round. And first action next round, Reedstone Food, and then second action, take 4 clay, I think. Lumen plays Honor Student. Yeah, so Lumen's got Writing Maniac. He's going to play out his whole hand of occupations with Writing Maniac. Does Crystal Ball... Okay, yeah, no, Crystal Ball doesn't work with Writing Maniac. 4 wood. Looks pretty good here. Although Reedstone Food is also good. I guess I'll take 4 wood. I have to take 4 wood when I can because I'm not going to want to take 3 wood all that often. 4 wood and then 4 clay maybe second move. Yeah, I mean 4 wood gets me 2 wood for clay supports and then 2 wood for 2 clay rooms. So that's fine. Lumen's thinking. Well, I wonder if Lumen's wondering if he should start player here to secure that fireplace in round 4. Because if he does start player, he has to get Writing Maniac out second action pretty much because his round 4 is entirely build the fireplace and take 4 sheep. And certainly with Writing Maniac, that big food action is incredibly important. So I guess my next action is Manufacturer. Wait, do I not get it? Jerry Blur takes 4 clay. So Jerry Blur is trying to build a cooking hearth, it looks like. Hopefully Jerry Blur is not doing anything else. So Mercator might take 3 wood here. Now if Mercator takes 3 wood... Mercator takes 3 wood, that might be a problem for me. Because I can't take this... I don't want to take this 3 wood. I want to let one of the other guys take it. But I guess Lumen is pretty likely to start player to get that fireplace. Mercator plays South Pole Explorer. Oh man, that's dangerous. But looks like he's going to get there. So that works for him. I'll take 3 wood here. This really pushes people to take the expensive occupation space. And you know what? The way this game is going, I'm going to build the first wood room. All I need is 1 more Reedstone food action. Or a 2 reed action. And I'll build a wood room. Not ideal to build a wood room with clay supports, but I'll do it. Especially if it's going to fall into my lap like this. I think Lumen is going to start player. He needs that fireplace, I think, for his Raiding Maniac. Oh, no, he's just going to play Raiding Maniac. Interesting. Very interesting. So I don't really want Jerry Blur to leave 6 wood for Mercator. Because if he does leave 6 wood for Mercator, Mercator's going to start player into 6 wood. But you know what? I guess if he does that, then I'm guaranteed to get Reedstone food again. Which Reedstone food would be nice. Lets me play like Crystal Ball. I'm ready to play Clogs. I have enough wood to play Clay Supports, Heat Wave. Yeah, I can do... I've had a pretty good start here. So Mercator could start player here, but I think he's more likely claiming his South Pole Explorer. He's going to build 6 fences or 2 stables here. So yeah, there's really no pressure on this first wood room. So I could take 2 reed or Reedstone food. I guess Jerry Blur... What's Jerry Blur going to do? Jerry Blur's maybe going to Magician second action next round. Boar Park. What does this one do? 3 boar in the fence action space. Any player who uses the action space may pay you 1 food to receive 1 of the boar. So he's going to get a boar here along with his cattle. So he's going to fence. I would assume it's fence first move. It is fence first move, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, reedstone food is probably just better than 2 reeds, so I don't need to overthink it too much. And then my second action could be occupation merchant, or occupation manufacturer, or occupation buffalo herder. Any of those would be fine. Lumen got his fireplace, so he's certainly going to be taking sheep to enable his round 5 occupation. Jerry Blur plays Hobbyist. Great card. Really great card for Jerry Blur. Means there's really no pressure on my Build-A-Room, though. Like, none whatsoever. I could take 4 clay, or I could take 2 reed. I guess I'll take the 4 clay. Seems like the reed might come around again. Although Mercator might take the reed pretty highly next round. The 4 clay is pretty important for me with clay supports here. Yeah, there's no pressure on my Build-A-Room, so let's grab 4 clay. You know what? Jerry Blur will have the option of start player into 6 wood, but even if he does that, he still doesn't have enough resources to build a wood room. So, as much as I would like 3 wood to get taken every single round, oh well. C'est la vie. Jerry Blur did not start player. Wow. Lucky Mercator. Lucky Mercator. Well, I get to take 3 reed with my first action, so that's good for me as well. No Build-A-Room. Every round built family growth does not come out, and I don't have to. I can get to grow even later. Is better and better and better. Man. Jerry Blur hobbies the clay oven. Lumen plays freeloader. I'll take 3 reed. I could take 4 wood. 4 wood will really delay Lumen's ability to build a room himself. Because I guess Lumen wants to 4 wood, 2 wood. Yeah, family growth is round 7. Freeloader is going to be amazing for Lumen. Did I actually take my food? I didn't catch if I did or not. Added 1 on farm. Yep, good. Yeah, Lumen just needs 1 more wood to be able to freeload a room. Jerry Blur builds the clay oven. And then what's he going to do? Reedstone food? Sure. So both Lumen and Jerry Blur wouldn't actually mind this 2 wood action. Mercator, no obvious way of building rooms yet. Also takes 4 clay. I guess he really wants a cooking hearth, so the 4 clay makes a lot of sense. Okay, so if Lumen has like a start player get a wood, or if Lumen start players and Jerry Blur gets wood, then I'm sad. But I kind of wonder if I should be really greedy here and play an occupation. If Lumen takes 2 wood, I guess it's also possible Jerry Blur plays some miner that lets him build. I think I'm going to be greedy here. Yeah, I think it's worthwhile being greedy with this. I'm going to go ahead and play manufacturer here just to get it kind of out of the way. If Lumen has a start player, I'm in trouble, but Jerry Blur's gonna hobby something. He hobbies Ashbringer. Yeah, that card. That card. Dan's game. Lumen's ready to freeload a room. So we want family growth to come round 6 so I can build in to grow round 6. If family growth is round 7, Lumen can actually grow in front of me because he can freeload the room and then start player. I don't think he will do that, but it is possible. Family growth doesn't come till round 7. Okay, that freeloader is pretty freaking amazing. GG Lumen. I think that's just GG Lumen. Oh man, that really, yeah. I think that's just GG Lumen, unfortunately. Alright, I build a room. Second action, Reedstone Food is good again. You know, no, second action Reno. I should be second actioning Reno because then I can play a manufacturer thing on Reno and then also on Family Growth round 7. Yeah, I should definitely be doing that. Lumen freeloads a room. So yeah, Lumen, especially if Jerry Blur or Mercator were, I'm lucky that Lumen sits immediately after me because if Jerry Blur or Mercator start playered and Lumen wasn't seated immediately after me, then Lumen could build and then I'd be stuck, which would be a pretty awful situation to be in. So just as long as Lumen himself does not start player, we're good. So yeah, I'll Reno Basket Maker's Workshop, I guess, or Clay Oven. They're pretty, or clay or pottery. They're pretty equivalent here. And I'll start using my stone. So it's 3 clay, 1 reed for the Reno, and then I can spend 2 stone to build the Basket Maker's Workshop. Maybe I spend 1 stone, 1 reed for the Basket Maker's Workshop. I want to leave myself with 1 reed to eat in the harvest, and then I can build the pottery on Family Growth. Whoops. Plus. Yeah, this mastermind could be really big. Really big. So then I can build the pottery for a clay and a stone on Family Growth, which looks pretty good. Looks really good. And then we can set up maybe building another 2 rooms with clay supports. I like that. I get a food from Food Bank, which is good. And Lumen did not start player, so that's the important thing. Lumen plays Pear Peeler, which is a nice card. Let's see if Hobbyist plays anything. Hobby the Well. Wow. That Hobbyist is putting in some work. It's putting in some work. Yeah, I guess Magician is feeding the Hobbyist. Go ahead and play the pottery for 1 clay, 1 stone. So this worked out pretty well. I got both the guilds in the Family Growth queue. And now the rest of my hand has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be a 7-point mastermind at least, maybe more with joinery. Assuming I play all the rest of my cards, but there's kind of no reason for me not to. Also, I didn't shout him out, but I think Lumen's streaming at twitch.tv/lumen_s. You guys should check his point of view out. I'll put something in the description of the video if you're watching on YouTube. So what card do I want on what action do I want on the rebound? Well, I'm gonna eat with my Basket Maker's Workshop. I guess I could eat with my clay as well. 4 clay would be fine, because then it lets me play something like Crystal Ball. Although Crystal Ball's quite a bit worse since the well's already been built. So maybe we don't play Crystal Ball anymore. I technically have the food to play an occupation, but don't really think I need to do that. I mean, if I'm going to play Buffalo Herder Cattle Rancher, I'm not doing it until after I've got a cooking hearth, I don't think. Or at least until Corral is in play. And Corral's not coming into play until probably after I family growth with clay supports. So probably the next order of business is setting up clay supports. And I could play clay deposits to do it. So I mean, I could play, you know, Cattle Rancher to set up to play clay deposits. So I always have a 5 clay action guaranteed. Mercator's playing Occupation Master Sower. Whenever you sow, receive 1 bonus point up to a maximum of 5. Play this card immediately, take a sow action. Hobby? Don't really want to take 3 wood. I could take 4 clay, that would be fine. I'll read Stone Food. I'd rather take one of these clay actions next round once they've accumulated. 2 food and a read feed 5. Yeah, and 3 read. I want a good clay action. I want a good read action next round. Wood, I do still need more wood for clay supports and for my miners, but really what I need now is clay and reed. Not that much. I guess I only need 4 clay. More than that is better, of course, because it lets me play Crystal Ball and it lets me eat with my pottery, but Lumen's going to start player Muddy Waters here. Okay, so I hope Mercator takes the 3 wood. Otherwise, Lumen gets 6 wood here. So hopefully, or not Mercator, hopefully Jerry Blur takes the 3 wood. I don't know if there's an obvious move that I'm missing that Jerry Blur is going to do instead, but maybe Traveling Players, I suppose. Didn't get a notification when I went live today. Oh, weird. What did they say? Make sure you smash that bell notification. I do have clay deposit. Yeah, so the clay actions are not so important. You're right. Jerry Blur, take 3 wood. Take 3 wood, friend. Nope. So this is maybe a problem with Food Bank on 3 wood, is that it makes it more likely for people to get 6 wood. Because I want to avoid the space. Yeah, so then Jerry Blur is going to pass. So like Mercator had 6 wood fallen. Like Jerry Blur has not policed wood at all. Jerry Blur has done 0 effort policing wood. Because he let Mercator get 6 wood in round 5, and now he's letting Lumen get 6 wood in round 8. So maybe I just need to keep in mind that Jerry Blur wants to Magician before the end of each harvest instead of policing wood. Maybe I have to just remember that. And Lumen's probably going to pair peel here. He might even 3 wood, pair peel, get a grain and a vegetable. No, he's taking the sheep. What? What? Is there that much wood in this game? Is there that much wood in this game? That's crazy. So 6 clay and 3 reed are both good. Mercator probably wants the 3 reed, so might take it with his first action here to second action build. Yeah, so if I want reed, I have to wait a bit, I guess. Or I could take reedstone food. Mercator plays cat lover. Okay, so that's where cat lover ended up. So what's here? Was it the bear trainer in my first pile? I thought animal dealer was out there. I thought Jerry Blair must have taken animal dealer quite highly. Jerry Blair's gonna hobby turnip field in response to cat lover. Seems like a mistake. You should hold that until you have a vegetable as well. It seems like a mistake to me. So Lumen probably takes the 6 clay, since it's a great action. Yep. So I should try to take 5 clay next round. So maybe 3 wood. I'll take 3 wood. I could start player as well. I could 3 wood, start player clay to supports, and then first move take 5 clay. So yeah, I should plan to last move start player here, I think. Last move start player clay supports into 5 clay. Oh, if I do want wood, I have to take 2 wood rather than 3 wood. Worse, but actually it's quite a bit worse because now I can't play clogs or corral on family growth. I can play heat wave still, and I could play clay deposit after playing an occupation, so this might be fine. Start player clay supports here. I'll wait for Lumenzoc, I suppose. Organized handyman. Why not joinery on family growth? I can do that too, yeah. But I need even more wood to joinery on family growth. I probably need to take stone before I do that. And Lumen plays Gimlet. Grab 5 clay here. So I'm ready to now build 2 clay rooms, and I still have enough reed to feed. Yeah, taking stone again and then building the joinery is a good option. So Mercator will build. Mercator will double build, it looks like. I don't think he can afford to triple build. Can he afford to triple build? His rooms cost 4 wood each. Yeah, he can afford to triple build. So Mercator might triple build. So then I'm getting, if I get 3 stone back, that would be pretty great. Oh, Lumen takes the 3 stone. Reedstone food is a good option. Yeah, Reedstone food gets me, I can spend 2 stone for the joinery. Thing is, we're a little ways away from the joinery because Mercator can family growth twice. We're not getting family growth till round 11. Because Mercator will build, grow, and then grow round 10. So I'm not getting family growth till round 11 at the earliest. Yeah, 3 rooms. So I could play Buffalo Herder here. Although taking the cattle is not really that good until corral is in play. And corral might not even come into play at this point. Reedstone food again. Reedstone food doesn't... I guess Reedstone food's okay with Basket Maker's Workshop in hand. Yeah, it's a pretty solid action each time. Problem is I'm not filling up my farm right now, and I need to fill up my farm. I'll take 3 wood last move if it's not taken. As much as I'd like the food from Food Bank, I need wood. I need to start taking wood. Lumen's peeling a grain. Cool. So just as long as if nobody else start players, I can take 4 wood next round. And Lumen played Organized Handyman and has Freeloader. He doesn't particularly like to start player. So maybe Cattle Rancher or Buffalo Herder are not coming out anymore, which is fine. Forest Pasture is pretty good here for Mercator. Lets him hold some boar next round. What am I doing here? Taking grain for 2 points. Can't plow. Need that 3rd occupation out, but maybe Clay Deposit just comes out after 24601 at this point. Yeah, take a grain, I suppose. Or I could take 2 wood. 2 wood is okay. I'll take the grain. Try to leave multiple 4 wood actions next round. Then we'll eat food, a clay, and a reed. Yeah, I could play Merchant. Yeah, Merchant does let me do stuff like Joinery Clogs together or Joinery Heatwave together. Thing is, I do have 2 more Family Growth miners, so I can play Clay Deposits and Clogs on those, and then if I just don't play Corral and Crystal Ball, then I can start player once to play Joinery, and maybe start player once to play Heatwave. Or if I Reno again, I might have a major improvement action on that, so... I think probably Crystal Ball, Corral are not getting played anymore, but I can play all the rest of my out the rest of my hand fine, even without Merchant. So I think we just play Chief's Daughter and we play 24601. There's not really a lot of incentive for us to play anything other than stuff that triggers Mastermind anymore, because Mastermind is just going to be worth so many points. I'll grab 4 wood with my first move, quite happily. And I will definitely build some rooms. I get a food from Food Bank. From Lumen taking my Food Bank space. Plow a field, I think is a reasonable move here. And then last move, build a couple rooms. Yeah, hopefully with hobbyist, Jerry Blair is not too interested in start playing at all. Also, looking at the resources, like the moves that'll be available, not really anything great to start player into. Like there's no going to be no 6 wood. So just as long as Mercator can't afford to start player, like Mercator might decide it's not worth to start player, which would be perfect. Good. Let's build 2 rooms. Two Y. Good. So then I can play the joinery on family growth. Probably spending 2 wood. You know what? It's going to be more important for me to get to stone than it is to build fence really nicely this game. Because the stone is an extra 2 points for Chief's Daughter. It's an extra point for clogs. So that's like 8 points right there. So yeah, not spending stone for joinery. I'm going to spend wood for joinery for sure. So yeah, my fencing might be quite awful, but I should have a huge number of bonus points. I don't need a lot of points from other sources this game. Lumen plays cookies. And what else is he going to play? Hobby Farmer. No plowed fields. I guess he's going to play it either way. Just a V. Okay. Play the joinery here. On family growth. So yeah, looks like it's going to be a 7-point mastermind, which is pretty great. Corral. Corral, it would be nice to play Corral, but it's just too expensive. Smooth game so far. I need wood. So I wouldn't say it's like going super easy, but certainly the way the manufacturer worked out with the family growth queue was quite nice. Playing the Basket Maker's Workshop and the pottery by the end of stage 2 was quite awesome. So I'll start taking 3 wood. I don't really care about leaving getting the food bank food. Getting the extra wood is going to be valuable. Also, Mercator start playing is pretty good because if family growth comes around 12, we both will get to family growth. If it's plow sow, then I get plow sow next round. So yeah, I should definitely plan to take a vegetable. Can I afford to? I kind of want to take clay, but there's only 2 clay on the board. Yeah, so yeah, last action take vegetable looks fine. Then I eat a reed. A reed and 4 food. Certainly my guilds are slowing down. I'm going to need more food, but I should be able to take... The other player's feeding is quite good. Breeding cattle, breeding boar, breeding sheep. Lumen's got his fireplace and, you know, his hobby farmer, that kind of thing. So I'm ready. If plow sow flips, Mercator can family growth or give me plow sow, and I'm happy with either. And then probably second action one of these 3 stone actions, because one of those 3 stone actions guarantees I get to a stone house. which, yeah, with Chief's daughter is going to be pretty important. I wonder if anyone's going to play Chief. I wonder if Lumen took Chief. If Lumen wants to play out his whole hand, he's definitely going to want to play Chief. Maybe round 13 he plays Chief. Because Chief was the best card that I passed Lumen from my first pack, so Lumen would have to really not want it to not play Chief, I think. And it gets him it gets him, if he took Chief, he will play it. I'm pretty confident that that's his remaining card. Actually, we can look. We can try to guess. Oh, you know what? That's not really fair. I won't do that. Because if we were playing offline, he would just have put them face down and not say anything. I won't try to gain any extra information. When am I going to play Convict? Probably in round 14. Probably Convict is a 3-point occupation I play in round 14. Scapegrace. So Scapegrace can't play any more Ox. I would have loved to get past Scapegrace. Well, actually, maybe not. Because it doesn't work well with 24601 or Chief's Daughter. But presuming Lumen plays his round 13 occupation, only Jerry Blur and I can play Ox. So playing 24601 round 14 looks pretty good. I mean, I can decide. Maybe I play it in round 13, and it's 5 points rather than 3 points. I think my actions are probably going to be worth 2 points, because I'm going to need to take food at the end of the game. I'm going to need to take building resources. I probably will have clay deposit in play, so it might be a choice between 5 clay or 2 points on clay deposit, or using 24601. Did Family Growth flip? Yeah, Family Growth flipped. Ooh. I guess this is really good for Lumen, but I want to play Miners, so go ahead and play Clogs here. And you know what? Lumen was going to freeload that action either way. Forgot about freeloader. So I'll take 3 stone if Mercator does not take it here. Mercator's start player bathroom. That's pretty great for me. That's really great for me. I want to sit and start player for the rest of the game. Also, traveling players got taken last round. So yeah, Jerry Blur has very consistently taken Magician immediately before a harvest. But you know what? We have 5 actions for each of the last 2 rounds, which is awesome. Some of them are going to have to go into taking food. Like, I'm going to need to take... I probably should take 4 Reed. Or maybe I get Clay Deposit out this round. I could Occupation and then Reno Clay Deposit. Yeah, Occupation and then Reno Clay Deposit doesn't seem too bad. The only problem is it doesn't leave myself open for Reno Fence in the last round. So Mercator's going to plow So am I going to first move plow? Or do I want to leave myself open to take 6 wood with my first move? Maybe I should leave myself open to take 6 wood with my first move. I still don't want to play 24601 here. It's still too early. Take the 4 read before anyone else takes it. Because, yeah, it's going to go at some point. Jerry Blair wants clay. Mercator wants clay. So maybe I should last action take clay. Because I will need clay for the next harvest to eat. Lumen's going to reno stone oven. Good. All right. So yeah, someone's renoing this round. That's important. Yeah, I haven't really seen Bear Trainer with any traveling player combos yet. It's been pretty nice. Yeah, Lumen's got a very pretty farm. Very pretty farm. Definitely have to be afraid of Lumen's final score. We should have a lot of raw points, though. We've got a 5-room stone house, 5 family members. A lot of points from improvements. A lot of bonus points. Lumen plays vegetable harvest. Show me that. Oh, no, he doesn't have any more ox. Raiding Maniac's done. Oh, Raiding Maniac is done. Ooh. Please, I want Chief to come out so badly. Come on, this is like the 0.01% where Chief and Chief's daughter are not only in the same draft, but they're in the same pack. So I can first pick one of them. I could 24601 here. Might not be an awful play. If I 24601, I probably am supposed to take 6 wood and basically almost ignore fencing or almost ignore plowing. Yeah, let's try it. All right. Let's try it. Yeah, so 5 things that have triggered Mastermind so far. So yeah, first move, 6 wood looks good. So I only have 4 moves in each of these rounds, but 24601 looks good here. Oh, he's asking maybe minor to Jerry Blair, I suppose. Not talking to me. Are you talking to me? Whoops. Taking 6 wood here. If plow wheels, that would be good. Oh, I have 1 fewer action. I should say that maybe. So if Lumen takes Reedstone Food, maybe second action, that might be an indicator that he has Chief and it's going to come out. Lumen plow sows. Yeah, I think Lumen is going to, with the 2 stone there, I'm pretty sure Lumen's going to Reedstone Food and then Reno. But maybe he takes 2 boar first even before Reedstone Food. Jerry Blair family gross. So yeah, Mercator might pass me plow. Although if Mercator passes me 4 wood, maybe I'm supposed to take 4 wood. Yeah, to cover up my farm. It's 2 points. Plow is 3 points. Plow, you know what? Plow is a lot of points. I'll take the 3-point plow. Oh, wow. 1 fewer move, by the way. Is Lumen going to start player here? With freeloader, you don't really care about start player. If he start players, though, he might... I guess he can't freeload every space that he wants in the last round. Yeah, he takes the 2 boar, unsurprisingly. Yeah, Lumen's got a really nice farm. So we have to beat him with just raw power, raw points, with our massive mastermind and 24601. So I only have 2 moves left. So feeding. I need food. So I'm eating, if I eat a clay, a reed. If I eat a reed and a wood, that's 5. Yeah, I should not have played 24601. That was a mistake. I needed the action to set up my feeding here. Oh man, I'm gonna end up eating all my points. I guess I can take 2 clay and 3 food fishing. That's probably where I'm at. It would be nice to play... Heat Wave, but I need the stone back like immediately. I can't afford to spend the stone and then not get to a stone house. So this is probably Reno Fireplace for Mercator. So Mercator's a couple actions away. Yeah, the fact that Clay Deposit's not in play yet is so irritating because 2 clay is just such a bad move for me. 2 clay is a really awful move. Lumen takes Reedstone food. Okay, so Lumen is indicating that he's going to Reno. So if Lumen start players, Lumen could first move Reno to lock me out of Reno myself. But if he does that... Oh, Jerry Blair is going to start player renovation materials. Okay, that works. That works. So Jerry Blair can plow sow, and then I can first action Reno Fence, maybe. Although I'm the only person who wants Reno Fence, so maybe I don't have to first action Reno Fence. Let's see what Mercator does. Yeah, if Clay Deposit was in play and I could be using Clay Deposit here instead of taking 2 clay. Oh well, I'm getting points out of Convict to make up for this, so that's something for sure. Wood, clay, reed, 3 food. So Lumen can mess up with my Reno Fence a little bit. However, Reno Fence is not... it's, you know what, Reno Major might be even better because it lets me play Clay Deposit, and also I have the joinery, so fencing 8 is not really all that good. Reno Fence is not really good until I take 4 wood and I can fence 12. If I can fence 12, then Reno Fence is a lot better. But if I'm only fencing 8, then Reno Fence is not really that good. Yeah, Corral would have been quite nice to get into play and to get her Heat Wave in play. So maybe I did need to play Merchant earlier. I don't know. The thing is, I don't think I would have had the food for merchant. But if I had a breeding pair of cattle, that would have solved all my feeding problems clearly. And I'm never getting these goods sown. So yeah, that obviously is huge points if I had done that. As good as the manufacturer into the family growth queue, that as good as that was, if family growth comes around 5, I definitely have time to play merchant in that case. Like that would have been really good for me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have time to take the 4 wood here. The 4 wood I think is probably worth a lot of points. Let's see if Lumen wants to mess with me. I think he's gonna lay about plow sow, but that means that I get Reno back, Reno fence back, Reno fence 12 back. Yeah, Lumen's planning out if he should block my Reno fence or not. I think Plauso is probably correct. I hope Plauso is correct. Thing is, I think if he blocks me, he might just end up losing to Jerry Blur or Mercator. We'll see. Come on, Lumen. Lay about Plauso. You know you want to. Or maybe he could. I guess he could fail the growth too. I would have to be winning on board for this to be the correct move, and I'm not winning on board. Not with no points from anything. He's blocking plow, so yeah, or family growth. So yeah, maybe he probably just calculated that Jerry Blur is in the lead, or Jerry Blur's his biggest competition right now. So he's blocking Jerry Blur's 3-point action there. Play it safe. Reno fence 12 here. Two points for clogs. So what's my score at right now? It's 40 something. I mean, I need a 3 food action still to avoid having to eat all the rest of my crops, or else someone triggers food bank and I get day labor. That would work as well. So I'm at 35. I'm at 46, and then Chief's daughter is like another 4 points, assuming Chief gets played. Lumen took 3 stone though. Why'd Lumen take 3 stone? Is he gonna Reno? What stone card could he have? Man, I really hope he plays Chief. If Lumen doesn't play Chief, I'll be pretty ticked. I mean, it's 2 points. It's not 3 points because he probably ends up eating a point, but still, it's points. No assurance Chief is in the game. Well, I guess it's. I hope you're not giving me meta information from watching Lumen's stream. There is no assurance Chief is in the game. You're right, but I think I gotta play as if it is. Take the 3 food traveling players. I mean, it might not be. It's possible it's not. I know. But the thing is, Lumen took Raiding Maniac over it. I can't imagine Lumen would take Raiding Maniac and then not take Chief. Like, Chief is a just very powerful card. Even if you're not really planning on a big stone house. Yeah, there's the Chief. There we go. Good, 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 good. Beautiful. Woo! 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 We got it out. Oh, man. Chief's daughter. Oh. All right, good. That'll be pretty important. That's 4 points without an action. That's huge. Lumen says that explains Chief passing twice. What else? What did I get fifth? Was it 24601 I got fifth? Oh, Mercator's saying he misread Pole Barns. Yeah, it's 15 fences. It's not 4 pastures. All right, last move. Major, minor, clay deposit on some space. Major, minor, or start player. Well, I'm into the 50s. I don't know if I'm into the 50s enough. These guys had nice games. They had well-constructed games. Family growth coming late was bad for me, unfortunately. When I set up for the first room and it came late, so that's too bad. Oh, clay deposit's only 1 point. I just realized. So we eat a wood, a clay, and a reed. And this is quite the ugly farm. It's going to have a lot of points. Alright, so 33 plus. So 33 is my baseline. Then 2 points clogs. 7 point mastermind. 6 point. So Chief's daughter for 51. Probably not enough in this game. These guys' games are too good for me to win at 51. They're both going to be into the 50s, I think. Yeah, Jerry Blair's well over 51. Yeah. Too bad. Late family growth kills me once again. Too bad. Late family growth kills me once again. And you know what? If clay deposit is in play, or if I have a 2 point move with my last move, I'm 1 point off winning. It's so frustrating. 1 point off the win with Jerry Blur. Just needed 1 more point from my final action. That really sucks. Oh, yeah. I just need a 2-point action in the final round. Oh my god. Was there a 2-point action available? Could I have afforded to risk it? Was there a sheep action taken after I take traveling players? Yep, Jerry Blur takes 1 boar. Oh man. So I need to risk traveling players not coming back and take boar myself. That is very frustrating. That should be a win. That should absolutely be a win. Take cattle almost wheeled. If Mercator doesn't take the cattle, if Mercator doesn't do the 1-point cattle action, yeah, Mercator took 1-point cattle instead of 2-point boar. Oh, hidden on forest pasture. Yeah, hidden away on forest pasture. You'll notice whenever I have stuff, I always keep it up at the top near my farm. Round 7 silliness. Family growth round 7. Family growth round 7. Because the thing is, with merchant in hand, if family growth is round 5, I have time to set up merchant so that when I reno, I can double pottery basket maker's workshop on the reno action, and then I can afford to eat the clay and the reed in that first harvest, like, or that second harvest. Too bad. Yeah. Well, Jerry Blair didn't police wood at all and ended up being okay. I guess with, yeah, Ashbringer. Ashbringer. This is a card I do not like. I'm going to keep commenting this. Delete this card, please. It's too good. It just lets that person ignore the wood economy, which, I mean, it has an impact on the game. It would have had an impact on my game as well, but yeah, too bad. So what do we need here? We need 1 animal of any type. So if merchant could have been in play sooner, then I can get clay deposits out sooner, and then I don't have to do all like my janky. I did a 2 clay action. If that 2 clay action is a 5 clay action, that's 1 point right there. That's an extra point from the pottery. So that all that has to do is just with the timing of when stuff comes out. Darn. And I don't know if I needed to take 4 reed in round 12. I took 4 read in round 12. I was afraid that people were going to start taking it just for the read for double Reno, but maybe I didn't need to worry about that. Yeah, too bad. With a free 4 points from Chief's Daughter, I should never lose this game. 13, 16, 18. Yeah, so it's 33 plus 18. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just need Family Growth. Family Growth 1 round earlier. Family Growth 1 round earlier makes a big difference because it's the difference between two people family growthing at the same time, except I grow 1 round earlier. The queue is the same, except I get 1 extra action because Lumen will family growth round 7 no matter what, and Jerry Blur and Mercator can't jump because Lumen freeloads the build space round 6. Or even build round 5. Like build round 5 would have been, or family growth round 5 would have been great for me, of course, because that's what I set up for. And then I can spend the rest of the round setting up merchant plus manufacturer. And I can get all the guilds way earlier. And then just suck all the resources out of the game. Take all the building resources away from my opponents. Yeah, and then I would have actually had time to get the Buffalo Herder Cattle Rancher maybe online. At least get a cooking hearth or something so I could take animals. Darn. Yeah, that should be a win. What else could I have done differently? Yeah, maybe I don't need to take the 4 read when I do. Maybe the 4 read can come out later. I could have, if there was wood available, I could have taken wood at that time. This is maybe a game where I should ignore plowing as well. With Corral, I don't want to ignore plowing, but maybe I should ignore plowing and just build a 6 clay room and then fence 12. And because I have so many points from other sources that I should just ignore. With clay deposit and 24601, I should ignore plow as 2-point actions unless I'm going to sow. Same with crops, honestly. Crops are just 2-point actions. So I should leave myself as many 2-point actions as possible. And I can afford to take them away from myself too. Yeah. Darn. Hey, Lumen. I was short on wood, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I did ignore a corral. I didn't obviously. I had planned to play it and set up breeding pair of cattle, but yeah, I didn't have the time to, obviously. I had merchant. Merchant would have been quite good because I had useful miners remaining in my hand. And also merchant would have let me. So like the failure growth queue worked out okay because I still got to pottery BMW, but if family growth comes around 5 or 6, I don't play. I obviously don't get the manufacturer guilds out, but I can merchant build them later, and it totally catches me back up. Yeah, that's too bad. And even then, if I risk the 1 point in round 14, I can still tie for the win. Oh, too bad. All right. Blame Chris. Yeah, blame Chris. That's right. Blame Chris. GG. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. That's going to be all for me today. Hope you've enjoyed this little video. I need to go shop and get food and stuff. My fridge has been very empty for the last couple days. I am going to be back tomorrow, but in the evening. I'll stream tomorrow evening. Yeah, so it'll be like probably between 7 and 10 p.m. Eastern. It's going to depend on how busy I am and when I get stuff done. Yeah, GG. And thanks for the game, Lumen. Guys, you should check out Lumen's perspective. He streams at twitch.tv/lumen_s. And he's also been uploading stuff onto YouTube, and he's done some pretty cool production stuff on it. So if you like Agricola and you're looking for something with a little more production value, make sure you check out Lumen's Twitch and YouTube channel. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.